Start recording now.
Welcome to this new episode of The Disabled Life. I'm a disabled male with cerebral palsy living in Florida. I talk about my life and other things that affect me and other people with disabilities. Let's go into the episode. As you know, I'm a disabled male with cerebral palsy. This is a story to tell you what happened to me when I went to do a biopsy at a surgery center. I went there with my family for support and for a ride. I signed the paperwork, the normal paperwork that we sign. I went in there. They helped me with what I needed help with, and then the nurse came in and did something I didn't like, and I didn't expect. Right in front of me, she says, "Ask them if I knew my medical history." The reason I didn't like that is because I am confident in to make my medical decisions. Another thing is, if I would have come in there with a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, etc., they wouldn't have asked. They would have just known. But just because I'm disabled in a wheelchair, they ask those questions. I don't know. That's weird. I don't like that. So, yesterday, I went to a blood collection center to give blood for a blood test. So I went there, everything was fine. My mom helped me register. I have her register me as if I am doing it because it makes things easier. So, everything is fine. When I go into the room to get my blood drawn, they try to hand me a pad to sign, and it wasn't reaching where I was. I was in the wrong position to sign it. So I told my mom she could sign it. But I always make sure to tell them so that people understand that I am medically competent to do those things. So that's something that I've experienced. Now I have doctors that are listening to me and don't talk around me, even though I had that happen in my past. Very frustrating. Just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean that you have a right or a need to talk around me. That is wrong. I feel that you must pay attention to the person. Even though I know some people can't make their own medical decisions or don't wish to, it is something we should try to do when we can, and when we are medically competent. One thing that I learned is the more you exert yourself, the more people will listen to you and take you into account. I had some doctors that would talk around me in the past, talk to my parents. I've had experiences where I was given a medicine, it didn't work for me because it was giving me too much side effects. The doctor that did that is in the past. I am no longer with that person. So it is something that I don't like. It is something that I had to get my mom's support with to actually tell him that that didn't work. It was to the point where I could not eat anything. And I could not eat. I was having a bad side effect. I finally changed that. This time I went, they tried to give me that medicine. When I got that medicine, I called the doctor and I said, "Look, This is happening. I don't like it. Luckily, I had to stop. And then I started it again, but at that point she knew. I told the girl, do not send the medicine to the lab yet because it doesn't work. I called her and I went to the doctor and I saw her specifically for this, and the medicine was changed. No big deal. That's what I say. It is something that we need to do to keep our autonomy together. In closing, I appreciate the fact that you are listening to me, and I hope that these are helpful. I really would appreciate if you rate me anywhere you can, Apple Music, anywhere you can, because the ratings do help. Thank you for listening.